what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds. I'm a property investor, and you know what? I just love helping you become more successful as a property investor. So last week I had a load of questions on YouTube in the comment box, and right now I'm going to answer your property investment questions from last week. If I'm answering these questions and you have a question right now pop up in your brain, please do comment it below in the comment box, because next week I'm going to be answering your questions. Also, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and let's get started. So, last week we had a guy called Mark Bentley. He said, "Hi Samuel, hope you're doing well. Just out of curiosity, would you be focusing on HMO or single lets due to what is happening at this time?" The reason I'm asking is because won't it be harder to find tenants that will move into a HMO rather than a couple or family to move into a single let? Mark, absolutely not. I think that HMOs are going to become more and more popular because as people are losing their jobs, as unemployment is high, divorce spike is high, people are going to need to have affordable accommodation. So people that are currently living in studio apartments or two-bed flats, or one household is becoming two households, they're going to be looking for a fast, affordable, convenient accommodation, such as HMO properties. So both works, but HMO for sure is a very good strategy, in my opinion, over the next few months and years. Next, Sandor says, Sandor Turokski, I hope I pronounced it right. "Hi Samuel, I'm doing rent-to-rents in Reading." Awesome. Now there's some great business loans available with nothing to pay for the next 12 months option. This means it will be easier to raise money for a BRRR, buy, refurbished, refinance. I was thinking to use that money as a bridging loan or buy the house for cash and refinance it ASAP. The question is, sorry, I'm a bit confused because you were talking about rent-to-rents and then BRR. Okay, the question is, let's get to the question. How quickly can you refinance or put a mortgage into a property? What are your thoughts? Thanks in advance. Sandor, you can do it straight away with some lenders. However, you need to have added value to the property. So companies like Kent Reliance and Precise Mortgages, you can buy it as soon as you've added value, you can refinance it. Most lenders require a 6-month period once you've bought the property before you can refinance, but not all. Andy J. This is funny. Which lenders will allow you to refinance your property after a quick refurb before the 6 months? Precise Mortgages and Kent Reliance. They're two I know that will do it because I've used those guys. Liam Barlow. "Hi Samuel, love your content." Thank you, Liam. I'm 19, awesome, and recently purchased my first buy-to-let property after being inspired by your videos. Dude, that's awesome, man. Do you know how excited I get when people come to me and say they're 19 and they own a buy-to-let property because of the videos? Respect. That's why I do what I do. That's why I do the videos. I tried to look for houses with at least 30% return on investment on them, and I have an idea. Ooh. What if I used investors' money as a deposit money by offering them 10% return on their money? I get that in this chunk of money gone each month, but it's 20% for me and otherwise money I wouldn't have had anyway. My investor is on board and happy to start getting some decent interest on the money he has sitting in the bank. Is this a good business plan? And do you think it could work for me in the long run to expand my property portfolio? Liam, yes, absolutely. Great idea. That's exactly what I did. So the only thing you need to watch is if you're borrowing money from an investor, the lender is potentially going to ask you where that money came from. So bear that in mind. But it depends on the type of property deal, but 100% other people's money. And if you can find deals that are giving you 20, 30% and you can pay for them with investors' money and just give them 10%, you're getting an infinite return on investment. So you're going to be very successful, Liam. Keep me posted how you get on. Reese Nibs says, "Was you 17 when you viewed your first house? Also, did you view on your own or did a family member come with you and help you?" Great question. You know what? I was 17 when I bought my first house. I don't know how old I was when I viewed. Maybe 16, but maybe 17. And yeah, my first house, I think it was my mom that came with me, you know? She's a mobile hairdresser, but she's kind of quite good when it comes to just stuff. She's a very competent person. And I used to, when I was starting out in property, up until the age of about 20, even though I had 21, I was financially free. But I had this complex where I just thought, if I don't bring a proper adult with me, something could go wrong. So, yep, I used to always bring a proper adult with me, and my mom has definitely helped me out, even with just confidence when I started out as a teenager. So respect mom if you're watching this. I know she watches some of my videos. Average Gamer. What do you think of Gary Vaynerchuk? I think he's awesome. I don't agree with absolutely everything he says, but he's an amazing guy. And I have had the opportunity of meeting with him and asking him for business advice, and he's been really, really helpful. Bicknell says, do you think there will ever become a day where too many people are trying to be property investors? Surely there has to be a limit, as we can't all be landlords. Peace and love. Great question. You know what, Bicknell? Firstly, because you're watching my videos, you might think that everyone's trying to be a property investor, but they're actually not. Because you're in that world. You're in the world of seeing everyone trying to make it in property. Most people aren't. Most people are just in a job, saving up to buy their first house to live in, and it will take them 15 years. So the competition's not as big as you think, but also, if everyone does start buying properties and everyone starts trying to become a landlord, what they'll do is they'll just change the rules slightly. They'll make it a bit different, like they did when everyone's buying HMOs, probably because of my videos, my training. They started bringing in Article 4, which made it harder. And a lot of people then quit on themselves. So you're always going to have it where if everyone starts doing it, they're going to make it a bit more difficult, and then most of the competition are going to disappear, and the ones that are prepared to be creative, like an ant, rather than turn back, they'll go round the wall or over it or under it or through it. And people that are prepared to do that will always win and will always succeed in property and in any business. Good job. Sam Hawkins. Hi Samuel, when sending a letter to a vendor to start a potential lease option agreement, if a response isn't given for a few weeks, what would be your next steps to get their attention if the letter goes unnoticed? I probably wouldn't keep sending letters to them because that would be spam, but maybe if you've sent a letter, you obviously know their address, maybe it's on Rightmove, book a viewing on it. Just book a viewing on it. Or send more letters to people. Somsay says, Altama, apart from remortgage my buy-to-let property to expand my portfolio, is there any other way to raise money? I have 15 buy-to-lets at the moment. Great, so you've got 15 buy-to-lets, respect, and you're thinking, should you refinance? You know what? I imagine, Somsay, and I might be wrong, you got 15 buy-to-lets and you're talking about, is there a way to raise finance apart from refinancing? My prediction is that you're in a well-paid job. I'd love to know whether I'm right on this. You're paid, I don't know you from Adam, okay? I've never seen you even comment before on my YouTube. You're probably paid well, and you've probably been saving. You're probably really frugal. You're probably really good at saving money. You probably live in quite a modest house yourself. But you save and then you invest in property, and you've built up 15 properties. You're probably not making loads of money, but you're probably making a little bit of passive income, which is great with your properties. My suggestion would be you need to change your plan completely. I would sell off some of those houses and start doing a different strategy like buy, refurbish, refinance. Let me know if I'm right on what I said about you, but yeah, sell some of the houses and put them into bigger deals where you can refinance them. It's good. Saving and buying and doing that is a really, really slow way. So that's my general advice for you. I might be way off. Some say, I hope to hear back from you. Let me know. Robert Lindsay, hi Samuel, is there a way I can get your advice on something? I really don't want to ask you on the public forum, but understand that you're really busy. Anyway, thanks for the videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, Robert, join Samuel365. Go on samuel365.com and you'll be able to get one-on-one mentoring, coaching, advice, and it's much more bespoke and specific than you get on YouTube. So do that and someone will be able to talk to you on a one-on-one basis and give you specific advice. Then you can join Samuel365 for £95 per month. And you can pay £1 and get a 7-day free trial. So, missing one person says, of course, every successful person has to have a course. I wonder if Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates or Elon Musk have the time to read questions and answer on YouTube, or they are busy managing their real business. Sounds like missing person, we have a little bit of a skeptic. I don't know if there's a question in there or if that's a statement, but I'll answer it all the same. Listen, what you're basically saying is you're saying that anyone that's successful in business wouldn't ever help or give their time to answer questions to someone that's trying to emulate what that person's done. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And if your logic was right, then that would mean that there wasn't a single successful person in the world that ever took the time. What you're doing is you're finding the one person, not the one, there's a few, but you're finding one of the few people like me that actually help and teach. Most rich people hide. You're right. Most rich people become wealthy and they don't care. They just do their thing. Me, I've become wealthy and now I'm putting myself out there and I'm sharing what I know. So what you're doing is you're finding one of the few people that do that and saying they must not be being honest, they must not be being authentic, because why would someone do that? And if you think like that, then you're probably not going to become successful yourself. But yeah, anyway, I hope you find my YouTube videos valuable all the same, and enjoy the rest of your day. Next, Edward Michael Roberts. Samuel, I'm about to buy my parents' house at cut rate. What's the best way to refinance and pull my money out to a buy-to-let property. Great, good stuff. Sounds a bit cutthroat though. I'm about to buy my parents' house and I'm getting it really cutthroat price. Don't forget, if you want to refinance it, you need to be able to demonstrate to the valuer that you've increased the value. Because if it's worth 100 and you buy it for 80, and then you try and refinance it, the valuer is just going to come around and say it's only worth 80 because that's what you bought it for. So to refinance it, you need to somehow increase the value. So just bear that in mind, but good job. Jack Stevens, Samuel, you are changing lives. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much. You're amazing. I'm 18. I'm loving all these young people. I was 18 when I was hustling. I'm 18 and started my sourcing business 6 months ago after doing the deal finding extravaganza and 2 crash courses. By the way, the crash courses are free. Good job. Since then, I've built a list of 172 investors and have sold 1 deal. Boom! 18! Came to the crash courses, did some training, sold a deal. Respect. What's your question? I'm currently at a hurdle as I'm struggling to build a pipeline of BRRR deals due to the competition in the market. Do you have any tips for finding rundown properties apart from rightmove agents and simply looking around streets? Aha, I also asked my postman yesterday to let me know when he posts mail in any rundown properties. Jack Stevens, firstly, I want to say you are awesome. Secondly is you made money, so you've obviously done it once, you can do it again. But my advice would probably be if you've hit a hurdle, as a deal sourcer, deal sourcers tend to have one of 2 problems. Either they've got loads of deals, but they can't sell them because they haven't got any investors, or they've got loads of investors and they can't find the deals. You have got loads of investors, you've sold 1 deal, you've got another 172 investors wanting to buy deals, but you haven't got the deals. My advice would be to find another deal sourcer that's got the opposite problem to you, and believe me, there's a lot of them, and then say, hey, you've not got any investors, but you've got deals, give me a deal, I'll sell a deal to my investor, and we'll go 50-50 on the profits. Boom. Like, that's how you need to start thinking, but respect, Jack, and I hope to see you on Samuel 365. Amazing. Nz Frizzy, would you recommend for your first deal to buy a single let property? Yeah, sure. Fair enough. If you want to build your investment portfolio, buying a single let property is not being a property entrepreneur. It's called being a property investor. And it's not a bad place to start. Buy a small single let property, given a high return on investment, and then build up bigger and bigger. Fair enough. Tyrone Saxton. I like Tyrone. Tyrone, you're awesome, man. We spoke quite a bit. Just for feedback, can I ask why you don't ever run any competitions? Would be fun to get everyone engaged and have some fun along the way learning, e.g. prizes such as free course or free phone call with yourself, free webcam chats, just the little things that don't cost much, as well as learning along the way. Just throwing out an idea there. Love it. Great idea. Be more specific. Tell me, anyone watching this, if you've got any ideas, if you want to see any competitions or prizes or things, I'm always open to that. So comment your thoughts and suggestions. Thank you, Tyrone, and I'll have a think over that. Tony Scanlon. I'll do one more after this and then I'm going to wrap up. Hi, Samuel. I hear all the flack you've been getting, and I'd just like to say my wife, Sharon, and I came on your crash course back in November 2019, and we followed your advice. Yes, we did have a deposit and bought a semi-detached house for £85,000. Spent 15 on it in 3 months, refinanced it for £130,000 and rented it within 3 hours for £600 a month. Dude, that's amazing. So you bought it for 85 grand, you just spent 15 on it, so that's 100 in total, and then you refinanced it for 130. You probably pulled out all your money and you rented it out within 3 hours. What a story. So to all the people out there that say you're a scammer, etc., we did what you said, and still it works. By the way, we did not pay you any money for this advice. So keep up the good work and do you. Thank you, Tony and Sharon. That's great, man. Listen, I don't charge generally for my advice. I do have courses that you can pay for. I have courses that are expensive. I have courses that are cheap. I have free training, and you just got to do whatever you feel. But honestly, my heart melts when I hear that kind of story. So Tony Scanlon, keep going. Maybe hit me up on social media, and who knows, we could even get you on the channel to share the story or something. That sounds awesome. Right, last question. Alan Murad. Hi Samuel, love your content, mate. I'm nearly 20 at uni and looking to start rent-to-rent business with only £3,000 saved. Would you say that's enough to start, or do you recommend waiting a little longer until I've finished uni and have a little bit more money? You got to do whatever you want to do. If you want to wait and finish uni and save more money, then do that. But if you're really itching to get started now, get started now. £3,000, yeah, that's enough. That's enough, but you've got to be able to get good at getting money. You've got to be able to get, because when you're doing any business, rent-to-rent, deal packaging, you're going to need money for stuff. For contracts, for solicitors. You know, some people say, I haven't got any money, so I can't do property. But if I said to you, I'll give you a free house, all you need to pay for is the legal fees and the stamp duty, which is going to be £3,000, you'd get the £3,000 for the free house. So you've got to be able to get that kind of money for little stuff like that. But guys, I love doing this. I appreciate you. Thank you for your questions. Please do, if you like these videos, do hit that little thumbs up button right there, okay? Hit the little thumbs up button, or is it down there? I don't know where it is, but find it and smash it. And also subscribe, and also turn that little bell on when you're a subscriber so you don't miss a video, because I'm gonna be putting some very powerful videos coming up very, very soon. Thank you, appreciate you. Peace out, see you next time.